Kind of. I think I'm recording, right? Yeah. I think I am. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, for our French project, we're going to be doing on Canada.
Alright, we're going to be doing this for Mrs. Dalton. And number one, we're going to show you a couple of attractions. So the number one attraction that we figured out was the Canadian Rockies. Then we'll go to the Pacific Rim National Park and then Niagara Falls.
Well, we're going to start out with the Canadian Rockies. This is located straddling the British Columbia-Alberta border. This mountain chain runs from the U.S. border to the northern end of the British Columbia border. Well, why should you visit there? Within the Canadian Rockies, within the Canadian Rockies, some of the most beautiful, serene, and at the same time breathtaking scenery on Earth's surface. These mountain jewels are distinct from the American Rockies as they've been heavily glaciated, resulting in sharp, pointed mountains separated by wide, U-shaped valleys gouged by glaciers. Whereas the American Rockies are more rounded. That's why, even though the Rocky Mountain Range runs from northern British Columbia to New Mexico, Canada can claim their very own Rockies as a distinct attraction. How you can get there? Well, you can travel by car through the national parks of Banff and Jasper. From the town of Banff to the town of Jasper. You can start at either Calgary or Edmonton. Recommended places to visit while you're there. You should visit Lake Lewis, Moraine Lake, Mount Robson, Mount Edith Cavell, Malayan Reich, and Banff Springs Hotel.
Alright, now we're going to talk about Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is actually 3 separate massive waterfalls. One of them is Horseshoe Falls, another one is American Falls, and the smaller Ajik-Breville Falls. Alright, these are located on the Niagara River on the southern tip of Ontario on the border between Canada and the United States. The crescent-shaped Horseshoe Falls is also known as the Canadian Falls as it is mostly in Canada. Why you should go there? The falls are one of the truly natural wonders of the world. The sight and thunderous sound of the cascading waters are memorizing, and the mesmeric power of the falls will always be with you. How you can get there? There are 4 international airports within an hour's drive of Niagara. Now remember, if you don't like to fly, because I used to be like that, but then I flew once and it was like, awesome. Now, if you don't like to fly, coming to the U.S., driving, you have to remember that there's a border crossing there. And I'll hand it off to Derek to finish it.
Thank you, Antonio. Recommended things to do while you're there is take one of the Maid of the Mist boats to experience the falls up close. And let me tell you, I have been on one of these Maid of the Mist boats before, and the varnish they use on their wooden floors is awesome. Just look at the weather elements they can withstand up to. Yeah, I don't really care. Neither should you. Really. Only the people who own boats should care. Climb the stairs to look out atop the Brock Monument and the Queenston Heights, where Laura II made her historic trek. You can see the entire Niagara Peninsula with its orchards and wineries out to Lake Ontario and even across the lake to the Toronto skyline. A visit in the winter. The ice bridge is a marvel. It's awesome, dude. I haven't seen it before, but you will in a second. But nothing tops the sun shining on the ice created by the mist. It's a real fairyland. I mean, it's fairies. Now we go to the Pacific Rim National Park. Where it's located is on the Vancouver Island's rugged west coast. The park encompasses the Long Beach, which is actually a 40-kilometer stretch of wide, sandy beaches on the west coast of Vancouver Island between Ucluelet and Tofino. Well, next reason is, why should I visit there? Well, the park provides access to nature at its rawest. Well, wet, wild, and dramatic scenery that can be observed from the comfort of a warm, luxurious hotels that dot the coastline. It's also a surfer's paradise. Surfing, yeah.
Look, here's a picture of me surfing.
Wow.
Yeah.
The easiest way to get here is by car from Nemo or Victoria via Port Alberni. Recommended staying in one of the largest hotels in the northern half of Long Beach. P.S. This is a popular destination year-round. Book early. What's recommended to do while you're there is surfing year-round. So you can try surfing like him. whale watching in March and April, storm watching in late autumn and winter, a visit to the quaint and beautiful coastal towns Altafino and Ucluelet. You can go to the Hot Springs Cove, the only hot spring on Vancouver Island. Is located north of Tofino and is accessible by boat or seaplane. The West Coast Trail is a rugged, wild, and remote 75-kilometer trail that sneaks its way through the Pacific rainforest, closely hugging the coastline between Banff and Port Renfrew. It was carved out of the rainforest in 1906 to provide refuge and way out for mariners shipwrecked along a stretch of coastline so dangerous it was dubbed the graveyard of the Pacific. Now, let me tell you, that's a great way to get rid of our rainforest right there. And that's it for this version. We will be coming back with some historical facts in some seconds. Okay, guys, here are some historical facts about Canada. Well, for Niagara Falls, on August 1st of 1995, Robert Overcracker rides a jet ski over the brink of the Horseshoe Falls, aka Niagara Falls, to help promote awareness for the homeless. Well, his parachute did not deploy when he went over the falls, so he plunged to his death and his body was never recovered. An Egyptian tourist captured this amazing image right over there. So, and then a historical fact about the Rocky Mountains was 10,000 years ago, natives camped on the shores of Vermilion Lakes beneath the windswept peak of Mount Rendell. They were the only people here to enjoy the mountain landscape, the beautiful sunrises, and the hot springs. Nearly 10 millennia later, a struggling nation forged a crazy dream of connecting itself from sea to sea with steel ties. And from this railway venture was born Canada's most famous park, the Banff National Park. Sonia, be quiet a little bit. Be quiet. Shh, I'm recording. Hello everybody, welcome to France. We have many attractions here, including the Disneyland, the Catacombs, and the Eiffel Tower. On October of 1994, the name went from Euro Disney to Disneyland Paris, and is now known as the Disneyland Resort. It began as an epic failure, but then it got bigger with more visitors. It includes many sections, including the Magic Kingdom, Studio Park, the Theme Park, MGM Studios, Disney Village, Disney Hotels, and Golf Disneyland. Who would want to golf at Disneyland? We have a large billboard display displaying Mickey Mouse on our way there, pointing towards the way to get to the thing. We have several different we have several different passports. We have the 1-day passport, the 1-day classic passport, or a 3-day hopper. A 3-day hopper. A 3-day hopper. The website, DisneylandParis.com, comes in 6 different languages, so you can visit it from almost any country. What? Major country.
Just because it has different languages.
Accessible through the RER line. Call now at 0160302020 to make a reservation today.
It's actually... Hola!
Hang on, I'll just cut from MGM Studios. Cut. Cut. Get all your laughing at now. Right at the cut, I'm doing MGM Studios.
Okay.
Cut. Get your laughing out, he said.
How do you play this game? Well.
Everybody, we are doing a French project today for Mrs. Dalton's, aka Miss Dalton's class.
What did you say?
We are doing a French version today for Miss Dalton's class, aka Miss Dalton's class. Take some. Take 20.
I wonder if the camera heard.
It's like a machine kind of work.